My name is Dawn Trent. I'm the controller for the YMCA of Central Florida. We went on to the NetSuite platform probably in early 23 in January. And so we're about $55 million association. So it was a big change for us to go onto the platform. I mean, we've been on Oracle previously, but the previous transition was 20 years ago. So a lot of good, I would say it was just a really good implementation much needed to get things updated in our GL. So, but with that, NetSuite there's a lot of customization that needs to be done in the back end and to make it, user friendly for your association, which is where ScaleNorth has helped us tremendously. Just ease of use. The challenges, I mean, we had it in pretty much every area. Fixed asset reports were pretty tedious. Our payable processing was very manual. We take advantage of the scanning functionality with AP. We've got an app that sits on top of NetSuite. And so we really wanted to lock down the payment processing, which was not locked down. We wanted to make it easy. We do ACH payments. So wanted that connection with the bank, as well as the general ledger side of things, uploading entries, reconciliation. I mean, just the full scale we needed assistance with, just really making it user friendly for the users. Mm-hmm. It was really just meeting with Chris and another gentleman. We've already invested quite a bit of funds into like the reporting, planning, and budgeting tool that we didn't necessarily know if we wanted to accept or go another partner route, right? IT part. And so after speaking with him and sharing our concerns and all these roadblocks that we're having, he honestly eased our mind. And after working with Chris, just getting a depreciation expense report, it's as basic as that. Not a difficult request, but we were having issues with that. Is ridiculous. And to see how quickly he could put that together for us with very little time spent, that really just made we knew we had, it was a good fit for us. Yeah, so we're trying to get away. We're trying to have efficient processes as much as possible, right? We're trying to, a lot of us still work remotely, and that's a challenge that we've had, trying to get away from paper and make everything electronic. And so with taking advantage of the AP scanning, we wanted to make that as easy as a process, but yet still have all the internal controls that we need to have. And so Chris was able to lock down the payment processing with the internal controls. And that was really streamlined because, we were printing paper checks, and we're trying to get away from paper checks because of snail mail and so many other reasons. You want to increase your buying power if you pay them quicker, right? And so using that has really helped us. And so we streamlined that. Our financials, making sure that our different locations are reviewing their financials as effectively and efficiently and getting the data as possible. So there's been a lot of reports. We set up our general ledger chart of accounts in a certain way that it's very easy for our different locations to review the financial data who don't look at financial data, and yet they're understanding what they're seeing, and they're comparing things against budget, and it's really kind of streamlined our month-end close process. We're still finding efficiencies as we speak in regards to, like I said, the forecast. We're trying to get into NetSuite. We're still trying to take advantage of certain payable setups. We're not even using the NetSuite not-for-profit module, to be quite honest. So there's a lot of functionalities that we can still take advantage of It's just going to take some time. I would just say overall ease, like any issues that we have, Chris has been a wonderful partner to work with, because if we're pulling a check and we're having an issue, or pulling a payment, if you will, and something's locked and we need to turn it around pretty quickly, or the auditors are here and we have an issue and I need to produce a report quickly, or a setup issue, or I can't upload a field on something, he's been very responsive and immediately attends to our needs. And the other thing too is he's always finding efficiencies for us. So it's not just listening to us and taking down what we're asking for, but it's also learning the process that we're doing it and saying, hey, have you thought about doing it this way? And so it's showing us some of the positive aspects that we just don't, it's still learning NetSuite and setting things up. So we don't have roadblocks going forward. And so it's just taking it that extra step, I think, is definitely an improvement, and something that's been very important with our relationship, and it's really helped our relationship. So we love you guys, ScaleNorth. I mean, you guys have helped us so much. So. And NetSuite, having a new system, is very overwhelming, and that in itself is very it's just a lot. And so I would say ScaleNorth has helped us probably in every area of accounting, to be quite honest. And there's areas that we have, like I said, we haven't even tapped into. Streamlined our payable process, which has been super helpful, with adding controls to make sure the system is locked down, make sure certain data is going in. I would say from a general ledger aspect, financial reporting has been streamlined. We were told we couldn't even create a balance sheet with financial planning, reporting, and module. And with Chris's help, we created a balance sheet, which I knew was insane. So we're working on the budget process right now. We don't have AR in NetSuite, so that's not even applicable. But fixed asset reporting, that's probably the last module that we even started to work on. So we're streamlining that. And right now we're currently working on a process to where once it starts, just honestly, this is how it should always be. Once it starts with the PO and it's immediately triggered in a fixed asset, you can go all the way down the road into creating a project and creating a fixed asset from that PO. Ultimately, that's what we want to do. And so with Chris's help, we're doing that right now. So that way you're not touching an asset multiple times. The system is doing the work, not us. So with every area of accounting, honestly, our next area that we're wanting to focus on is on grants, and really starting to dive into the not-for-profit module, which Chris has already started to kind of look into. And then it's just working with him on, okay, this is how we currently do it. How can we get there? Oh, absolutely. Why? Just because, like I've said before, due to responsiveness, due to hearing our concerns, it's also you can see the output to what you're having issues with. You're getting heard, and efficiencies. So I would say between all of those with NetSuite, it's a very powerful product as well, but you've got to customize it and make it your own. Make it fit your company, make it fit your association, which is what ScaleNorth has done.